VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Good morning, a happy smoky Sunday morning to everybody out there, and welcome to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Murray McCourt. I'm the general manager and executive golf professional at the Ranch Golf and Country Club and host of the VIP Golf Show, along with co-host Curtis Stock, who's with us each and every week as well. We appreciate you tuning in to the show, whether it's iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, however you consume the show. We greatly appreciate it. If you want to be part of the show, please do text in to 780-218-9999. This is our second last show of the year, Stalker. Hard to believe time flies.
Hard to believe is right.
Yeah, no kidding. This week's lineup, our first guest, Morgan Lavallee. He is the superintendent at Whitetail Crossing Golf Course out in Windermere, and he also is trying to play every golf course in Alberta. So we'll talk to him about both of those things. Kevin Smith joins us from the Alberta Golf Association to wrap up the last few events on the Alberta Golf Association calendar. Golf tips with Cam Martens. He's been working with producer Zach all year long. We'll find out how that's going along. We'll go around YEG and check in with Robb, James, the head pro at the Stony Golf Club. And our final guest of the day will be Darcy, Enick. She's the tournament director of this week's ATB Classic at Northern Bear. As always, at 9:40, one lucky listener will win a custom fitting from the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Keg Steakhouse and Bar as we do our trivia contest. And this week's question of the week is, what's your favorite golf destination on your bucket list that you haven't been to yet? That'll be interesting to hear what people have to say on that. And this segment is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks, baby. Join us this summer by hosting your next corporate event in one of our exclusive suites or our new 6-person loge table area located in the Upper Bowl. Limited availability remains to all Elks home games. Visit goelks.com/tickets to book your private suite or loge today. And you didn't even know that the Elks stomped on the stamps last night until we got here this morning.
No, I went to bed early last night. I watched part of it, and it looked like they were playing good. How many yards did they rush for?
Well, Justin Rankin ran for over 200 himself, and so I think it was 260, 270 total.
Well, that'll do
for the team. But we were talking about this off air. It was so kind of ironic as my son, a 7-year-old son, and 2 of his 7-year-old buddies are there with us, and he had that 90-yard run for the touchdown, which is the longest run in Elks history since Jim Germany did it in 1977 when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And now Luke
Germany
got to
was
watch
a great
something.
player.
He sure was. Well, all the players back in that year.
Were great, yeah.
But that's what I was going to say. The game last night, there was over 28,000 fans there, and for one night anyway, Stalker, it felt like the old days. The stadium was bumping, it was full, and they kicked butt.
Yeah, obviously.
So hopefully that trend continues on both sides in the stands and on the scoreboard. They play at home in a couple weeks against the Winnipeg, or 3 weeks against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So we are now joined by Morgan Lavallee. He is the superintendent at the Whitetail Crossing Golf Club in Windermere. How you doing this morning, Morgan?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, hard to complain. Morgan, appreciate your time and joining us here today. And I know the weather has been great lately, but the mornings have been cool. We know that winter's coming. So let us know what goes into putting a golf course like Whitetail Crossing to bed for the winter, and what are some of the key steps to ensure the turf stays healthy through the colder months ahead?
Well, we're just a little bit different than the Edmonton courses. Every morning I drive out to Whitetail, the temperature in my truck drops about 3 or 4 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't really, from my experience so far, we don't really deal with the big freeze thaws that the Edmonton courses have. So we don't go all out with the whole Incamat and the solid tarp system that most courses are going to right now. So we just put our evergreens down on the greens and basically try to accumulate as much snow, and haven't had to worry about too much freeze thaw. So
no frost?
Yeah, a little bit of frost for sure, but those evergreen tarps they do their job pretty well. So
What you have to juggle a lot during the off season. What's the most challenging part of maintaining a course during Alberta's winter?
Well, so because Whitetail is a very open golf course, we deal with all of our tee boxes are very elevated, so the wind just goes right through there and basically takes all the snow off and starts to get things to desiccate, which is not great. So trying to just find ways to be able to accumulate snow and have snow stay on our tee boxes throughout the winter. And again, with the evergreen tarps, and try and hold snow. So
The snow acts as an insulation, right?
for sure.
You use lots of snow fences and things like that to help keep the snow on the tee boxes and greens then?
We're thinking about doing that. Our number 6 green is right in the middle of right by the field there, and it just gets pounded all winter long. So we're trying to think of things like that, like a snow fence, to try and trap a little bit more snow up there. So,
Are there any tools or innovations that have made a big difference in how you care for whitetail?
I believe that our sprayer is the most important piece of equipment. Every golf course that has a sprayer knows that it's a very, very important piece of equipment and tool, obviously. And then this year we just actually bought a moisture meter to really dial in all of our greens to where we want them. And if they get too wet, then they don't play as well. And if they're too dry, then we can kind of see what's going on with all of our greens and make sure everything's just consistent throughout the golf course. So
The timing is right. I played whitetail this past week on Thursday. For golfers who haven't played whitetail, what are a couple of holes or features that you're particularly proud of? Like number 18.
18 is a fantastic closing hole.
Yeah.
If
great.
you have a tied match with your buddy, then you're in for a treat. So number 5 is a great hole on the front nine. It's a bit of a shoot, and there's some old equipment and a barn there, so it's a little bit different, number 5, compared to the rest of the golf course. And then, of course, 18 is probably one of our best holes for sure. So
Dog leg left with the pin up on the shelf. So
a
a little bit like Blackhawk's 18th hole.
That's a course I haven't played, so I don't know that one quite yet. But
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Morgan Lavallee, a superintendent at Whitetail Crossing Golf Club in Mundare, just outside of the city. On the other side of superintendent, you are on a personal mission to play every single golf course in Alberta. How did that challenge start, and how's it going so far for you?
It's going great. It started about 9 years ago or so, and I grew up in Two Hills, actually, and I just fell in love with seeing new golf courses. And you'd show up to a new golf course, and you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is a fantastic golf course, and no one knows about it." And it just kind of ventured off from there, and now I'm kind of can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
How many courses have you played, and how many courses do you have to play?
So there's 327 courses in Alberta.
Wow.
And I'm actually down in Brooks right now, and we knocked off 3 more yesterday, and we're going back and playing a couple more today. But I have 261 courses played in the province.
Holy. You played 3 rounds of golf yesterday? You played 54 holes yesterday at 3 different golf courses.
We played Brooks Golf Club, 18 holes, and then we played Duchess, is a 9-hole course, and then we played an executive 9-hole course. So, and it's you got to get them all crossed off. So,
What are some of the most memorable rounds you've played? And you must have some unique stories.
oh yeah, there's I could talk for hours about the golf courses around the province. We have mountain golf, we have the Hoodoos, and then we have the Boreal Forest up north. But a couple of years ago, I was playing with just 3 strangers at Woodside and Airdrie, and I ended up getting my first hole-in-one with 3 strangers, and they went crazy. So so did I. But and then we did a trip this year, and I got. We went up north, and I played 12 new courses in 3 days.
Really?
This year, so
Wow.
yeah.
What are some of your favorites?
Oh geez, Pine Hills in Rocky Mountain House is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a couple great 9-holers. Livingstone, on your way to Canmore there, just past Cochrane, is one of the best 9-hole courses in the province, and people drive right by it and they don't even know about it. So,
What are some of the other ones you like?
Oh geez. There's so many. Athabasca's great.
Yeah.
Trestle Creek, Water Valley, the Sundry courses, Drumheller's back nine is nothing like it. There's nothing like that anywhere. There's so many I could keep going on, and I probably forgot lots in that little spiel. But
You mentioned Blackhawk earlier as one that you haven't played yet. What are some of the other courses that you're really excited to get out and play that you haven't got to yet?
So the Calgary area, I have to knock off a little bit left. So I only have 64 courses left in the province. So Calgary a little bit, Medicine Hat, and then there's only Blackhawk and the Pete Club in in the whole Edmonton, Central Alberta area, and then way up north, like High Level and Rainbow Lake, and those will be a couple long trips.
What are you going to do to get on Blackhawk?
Well, hopefully, call some contacts, and it's kind of nice being in the industry. Everybody helps me out a lot, and we all help each other out a lot. So
Blackhawk and Petroleum Club are across the street from each other, so you better get 36 in one day there.
Yeah.
That'd be a good day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Once Whitetail Crossing is safely through the winter, what are what are you looking forward to for next season, both as a superintendent and as a golfer?
As a superintendent, I'm really we're gonna keep fixing up some of our fairway stuff that we have going on. We have an amazing team out at Whitetail Crossing, and we kind of have a vision as to where we want to take the golf course to another level, and just tidying up a couple things that over time have dealt with, like had damage through the winter and things like that. So we have a vision at Whitetail, and we're excited to see what next year brings. So and then as a golfer, next season I'd love to end up hitting 300 golf courses in the province.
Yeah, that would be something.
Go ahead, Stocker.
How many have you played?
Oh, I don't keep track. I have no idea.
I got no idea either.
No idea. I'm really curious, Morgan, as a superintendent, when you go play all these other golf courses, how often do you see something out of place and go, wow, this is awesome. I'm doing this at Whitetail Crossing?
Oh, absolutely. That's another big thing about this is working in the industry is there's things that I see that I'm like, oh my goodness, why aren't we doing this? Mm-hmm. This is an amazing idea. So there's lots of things that I've seen that are wow, or we shouldn't do that. But there's always lots of good to bring back with me to Whitetail over a weekend or something. So.
Can you give an example of maybe the biggest or best thing that you saw somewhere and then you brought back to your club and made it, made a great improvement at your place?
Not a lot of stuff that I've brought back, because sometimes the properties are a little bit different. So it could work at a 9-hole property, but it wouldn't work kind of at Whitetail. But little things like I know I've seen in the past is instead of having red, white, blue flags, they'll have a marker low, middle, or high on their 150 stick in the middle of the fairway, telling you that pin over there is going to be in the back. So that was kind of a neat thing to see. So
yeah, you and Dave Nelson on the same wavelength. He's a great guy.
I have had the pleasure to work with Dave, and he's awesome. We've really got to know each other really well over the last 2 years here, and I love going to work with him, and we're on the same page every day. So it's awesome.
Well, Morgan, if people want to get out and play at Whitetail Crossing, how can they book tee times?
Online on CCT, and or phone the pro shop. So.
Okay, one last one for you. Our question of the week on the show is, and this is probably a good one for you. What's your favorite golf destination on your bucket list that you've never been to yet?
I have not played Banff yet, and I also have not played Mount Kidd at Kananaskis. I'm waiting for those to be kind of a special number. So
yeah, those are great courses.
Yeah.
And then one other thing too, if people want to follow along with my journey, I don't have any social media, but I do have Facebook, and it's called Alberta Golf Journey. So I post every single golf course that I play and give it a little bit of a review. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck on your journey playing all these golf courses, and also best of luck with the rest of the season at Whitetail Crossing.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Awesome. That was Morgan Lavallee from the Whitetail Crossing Golf Course. On the other side of the break, we're going to catch up with Kevin Smith from the Alberta Golf Association just before his tee time, because we got about 10 minutes with him and then he's got to tee off. So stay with us. VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk. Stay with us.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Ardent Roof Systems is one of only 5 companies in Western Canada with a Platinum Preferred Contractor status from Owens Corning and the recent recipient of the Owens Corning Top Performer in Canada Award. If your roof has seen too many Alberta winters, it's time to give Stacy and the gang from Ardent a call. From repairs to replacement, Ardent will take care of you. Even if you have another quote, get them out to have a look. For more info, hit ardentroofsystems.com. And you can thank me later.
Why tee off at the Ranch Golf and Country Club?
A fun, unique layout offering premier conditions. The Ranch has been ranked as one of the top public courses in Canada.
Unmatched value. Score Golf Magazine rated the Ranch as the best value in Edmonton.
The service, from tournaments to special events to the pro shop. Superior service that makes every visit exceptional.
The Ranch Golf and Country Club, a laid-back environment where anyone can enjoy an amazing day on the fairways. For details, visit theranchgolf.com.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
This summer, your golf game stays hot indoors. With the $50 Golf Summer Pass from Country Club Tour, enjoy free indoor golf all summer long at the CCT Indoor Golf Center, right in downtown Edmonton. Tee off on over 90 world-class courses with 28 cutting-edge Unicore simulators, rain or shine. Or just fine-tune your game on the virtual driving range. Offer valid till June 30th, and you can play from May 1st to September 30th. Your best golf season starts indoors. Visit countryclubtour.com to grab your pass today.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Did you know golfers average 162 hours a year on their feet? With the Adizero ZG from Adidas Golf, light isn't less, it's more. More Sunset 9s, more stamina with footwear designed to spend hours on your feet. With Light Strike Pro cushioning that boosts efficiency and walking propulsion, you can go out for a long round and enjoy what the course has to offer. Step into the feeling of light all round with Adizero ZG. Right now, during our Addy Buck promotion at participating retailers, when you purchase any new 2025 Adidas golf shoe like the Adizero ZG, you'll receive $50 towards any additional Adidas golf items from the Pro Shop. Adidas.ca.
Get fit with TaylorMade Golf's ultimate custom club fitting experience. The TaylorMade Performance Lab in Woodbridge unites golfers with a personalized fitting session and tailor-made equipment to optimize your game. Highly trained master fitters take an in-depth look at the golf swing utilizing industry-leading technology. Book your fitting experience now to cover all your custom needs from driver to putter. Free gift with booking. Get fit. Optimize your game at the TaylorMade Performance Lab. Visit tailormadefitting.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts, Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Murray McCourt, here along with Curtis Stock. This segment is brought to you by the Colonial Golf Club. Known for the best putting surfaces in the Edmonton area, we offer a private club experience at public course value. Book your tee time today at colonial.ca, and we are now joined by Kevin Smith for the final time this year from the Alberta Golf Association. Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Doing great, Murray and Curtis. You can hear me okay? I'm sitting here on the patio at Mickelson National. Got a tee time in like 16 minutes, so this is great timing.
Yeah, perfect. Well, before we get into Alberta golf stuff, congratulations are in order. A hole in one, buddy.
Number 3?
It was a week ago. It was here at Mickelson. It was the third hole. It's actually an interesting story. It was into the sun. I knew I'd hit it right at the flag, but we didn't know it was in. A person in our group hit a shot right at the flag, and he thought he hit a good one too. We're driving up. We get the rangefinder out. We see 2 pitch marks and 1 ball.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, maybe one of them went down. Whose is it? And so my playing partner walked up, tiptoed, looked in, and, he saw an Alberta Golf logo staring right at him. He's like, it's yours. So we went crazy and hooted and hollered and jumped around. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, silly luck that it went in. But, yeah, somehow I have one in Mexico, the U.S., and Canada now, the big North American
good for you. So
trio.
Three total?
Fun. Yeah, 3 total, yeah. It was but it was great. It was the only one of the hole-in-ones I've ever had where it actually just right at the flag, pitched, and just rolled right in. The others were kind of silly cut shots that, bounced off the flag or something.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Kevin, the Alberta U17 Championship wrapped up recently at Alberta Springs. How did that event go, and who were some of the standout performers this year?
Yeah, always great to be at Alberta Springs. Al Norland, obviously a great host. Well, we've talked about Sailor May from Pine Hills in Rocky Mountain House. I think she won by 11, so she's really come into her own in the last year or so, winning, it seems, every time she tees it up. She won the U19s as well this year. On the boys' side, a golfer from Pinebrook, Chase Strang, got the win there. So, yeah, Sailor May, Chase Strang, just a couple names to keep in mind. But, weather was great, and we had a good time there in Red Deer.
Shortly after the U15 and U13 championships were held at Lakeside. What were some of the highlights there?
Yeah, that's a great event, and you're crowning 4 champions in one day.
Right.
I guess on the boys' side, a golfer from Royal Mayfair, a 13-year-old Oscar Gosnach, defended his title for the U13. So there's someone in your neck of the woods to keep an eye out for. And I interview these people after if they win, and it doesn't matter if they're 11, 12, 13. I'm just so impressed with how mature everyone is. They give great interviews and great answers. And so Oscar was a pleasure to talk to. Bennett Love, he defended the U15. He's from the Red Deer Country Club. He's certainly a player to watch. He's on our high performance program at Alberta Golf. So, yeah, Bennett Love and Oscar Gosnach won on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Olivia Van Kesteren won the U13s.
Yeah.
Her dad, Sean Van Kesteren, runs the Rogers Classic here in Calgary on the Champions Tour. So when I saw the last name Van Kesteren, I was like, okay, this is good stuff. And it was the first competitive tournament she'd ever played in.
Yeah.
Let me try out this competitive stuff, and she wins the U13. So that was a great story. And Danica Horchika won the U15s. She's from the Edmonton Country Club. So
right.
Yeah, you've got a champion from Royal Mayfair and from Edmonton Country Club in our U15, U13s.
And as Oscar, he had 6 birdies, and I don't know much about him, but I sure read out his name a lot.
You know, you defend anything at that age, you're someone to watch. So, and just such a great, composed young man. So they have something good there at the Royal Mayfair.
What about the Alberta Interclub Championship at Kananaskis?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable day. Anytime you get to set foot on Kananaskis Country Golf Course, it's a special day. It was a little smoky in the morning, but man, it just got beautiful. I think we had 46 clubs that came between the men's and the women's. Country Hills won on the women's side. They have Megan LeBlanc, a name we've all heard for decades in Alberta.
Yeah.
So Country Hills won there. On the men's side, it was the Winston, formerly the Elks Club in Calgary. They got the victory. I know Shane Abel's on that team. He's on our operating council, and he's a big reason why they're getting a brand new clubhouse at the Winston. So the Winston, Country Hills, and the Innisfail Golf Club, the ladies, they won the low net. So, but it was a fantastic day. As we all know, we lost that golf course for 5 years after the flood between 2013 and 2018. So it's amazing 7 years on to have that facility to go out and compete in Interclub. And that was a great day. I'll also mention I got to see McGrath Golf Club for the very first time.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice
2 weeks
course.
ago for the Super Senior. And 100th anniversary, really enjoyed the layout. It was kind of the opposite of here. It's you need every club in your bag. You need your brain going. It's a lot of thinking around the golf course, amazing greens. Norman Bradley, who's from British Columbia, actually got the win, was very thankful to be able to come from BC and compete and had good things to say about the championship and going toe-to-toe with David Schultz as he did a couple years ago. So Schultz came second. I think Schultz birdied 16 and 17, put the pressure on.
Yeah, he did.
Bradley made an amazing par on 18. And so I just love being inside the ropes for these events. It doesn't matter if it's U13 or over 65 at the Super Senior. It's there's some great competition. And we really finished off strong in our competitions. And we have one more this week coming up, the All Abilities Championship at McCall Lake here in Calgary. It's our 3rd year running this. It's more attended than ever. So that's incredible for us to run that championship. I think Bob McDermott might have won last year. And I actually won't be at the All Abilities. I'll be in your neck of the woods for the ATB Classic at Northern Bear. I'll be coming up all week. So I could speak to that if you want, what we're doing for youth on course.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. Go ahead with what you're doing up here and how important that is for Alberta Golf and the fundraising there.
Well, you guys have been so great having me on all these years talking about youth on course. We get kids $5 golf across the province. You know, we've gone from 1,000 rounds in 2019 to 8,000 in 2023, 16,000 rounds last year. We're already over 25,000 rounds this year.
Amazing.
And we subsidize the program, but we've had 25,000 rounds where kids get to play golf course they might not otherwise play. So we're going to subsidize that, and we're going to fundraise. We've got a few things going on. I'll be at both the Pro-Ams Monday and Wednesday at Northern Bear. We have a 50-50 raffle. I hear people in Edmonton like 50-50s.
Yeah, no kidding.
I set it up a week or so ago. It's already over 5,000. So if people go to atbclassic.com, they can see the 50-50 raffle. You got 9 days to get in on that. We'll pick a winner the Sunday of the championship at the ATB Classic. You can also go on our website, albertagolf.org, make an impact. You can make a donation on our donation page. Basically, every $10 someone donates is a round of golf for a kid. So it's pretty incredible. I'm really proud of the program. And the more we can fundraise, the more we can keep it viable in the future. But I'm rolling wheels up tomorrow. I'll be coming up to Northern Bear, and I'll be there all 7 days for the championship to fundraise and take in the ATB Classic, which is PGA Tour Americas. So just 2 levels below the PGA Tour.
Yeah, great golf there all the time.
Incredible.
Looking back over the past season's competitions, what moments or tournaments stand out for you?
Yeah, I mean, some of the moments are kind of different than what you might think. Like, I watched a 5-hole playoff in the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour Championship at the Old Course. You've got these 14-year-olds like battling each other out and fist bumping each other, patting each other on the back. Like maybe it's the sportsmanship I'm just so proud of. When we've got 25 events on the McLennan Ross Junior Tour, and we've run 13 or 14 championships. And as far as safe sport and just competing, I've just been so impressed with everyone. So yeah, it's that's one thing that stands out to me is just how composed and how great everyone is at these championships.
Kevin, as we wrap up 2025, looking forward to 2026, anything new or exciting for next year on the horizon that people should be watching for?
Yeah, I think for us, the Alberta Open's a big one because we've expanded that now to have a women's professional field and a purse, a women's amateur division. So, and next year it's going to be at Pritis, which is obviously a famed course in Alberta. So, I think that's an event that I'm excited to see what that becomes. We've got the Glencoe Invitational here. We've got the Mickelson Invitational. There's the ATB Classic in Edmonton. I think the Alberta Open could become another one of these championships that just has so many playing opportunities, both for men and for women, and the West Heffernans of the world who have played in U.S. Open still playing it. So I think looking forward to next year, there's certainly that, but I'm just so proud of everything we keep adding, like the All Abilities and more events for women to play in, and our junior tour is as packed as ever. So and McLennan Ross is a great partner on that. So it's we're just going to decompress here after a great season and start planning for next year.
One last one for you before you head to the first tee. Our question of the week on the show is, what's your favorite golf destination on your bucket list you haven't got to yet?
Cypress Point, obviously, beside Pebble Beach, there is a place I've heard that you have to set foot on at one point in your life, and I've never been to Europe, so some kind of tour where you're golfing Scotland and Ireland and Britain sounds pretty amazing to me.
Yeah, I hear you.
I played one hole at Cypress. Jumped over the fence, got on my clubs, hit one ball, said I played Cypress.
Awesome, good for you. Well, appreciate you being on with us all week, keeping us up to date on all the great things you have going on with Alberta Golf, like you said, with the championship and youth on course and so much more than that. So greatly appreciate it, Kevin. Thanks for everything, and play well today.
Thanks, Murray. Thanks, Curtis. It's been a great season, and to keep up the great work. Love talking golf. Thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate it. All right, that was Kevin Smith from the Alberta Golf Association. Now, before we get to the break here, Stalker, we were talking about this in the last commercial. Well, you actually brought it up when we were talking with Kevin Morgan Lavallee there from Whitetail Crossing. I'm going to work on getting the list of all the golf courses in Alberta, and before next week's show, I'm going to send it to you, and we both going to tick off how many courses in Alberta we played. So if there's, I can't remember. I think he said 325 in Alberta, but what's your guess for how many courses you played in Alberta?
I'm going to say 60.
You're going to guess 60, eh? Because when you think about it, he said he's played like 200.
I know.
That's crazy. But yeah, I might think I'm more than 60. I might guess maybe in the 80 range.
Yeah.
But that's going to be interesting.
It'd be really interesting.
Over the years, you and I have played a lot of golf.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to do that. I'm actually, in this break, I'm going to email Morgan and have him send it to me, and then I'll pass it on to you.
That'd be great.
And we'll talk about it next week on the air and see how we do. All right, on the other side of the break, our final segment with Cam Martens, who's been working with our producer, Zach, all year long. We're going to find out how much improvement has happened there and what all they've been working on and get a final wrap-up on that. So this is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk. Stay with us.
It's back. The 6th Annual Ardent Roof Systems Charity Golf Classic at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Tee off for a great cause with hole-in-one contests, food and drink stations, dunk tanks, and even a chance to win a golf trip for 2 to Pebble Beach. Be a part of an incredible day on one of Edmonton's most picturesque courses, all in support of the Stollery Child Life Program. Golf, give back, make a difference. The 6th Annual Ardent Roof Systems Charity Golf Classic. Sign up, sponsor, or learn more today at ardentroofsystems.com.
I came in 2 under par.
I ended up in the pond again.
Whether you're an old pro or just out for fun, Devon Golf is the course to hit, no matter how skilled you are. Just 30 minutes from Edmonton, Devon Golf boasts scenic valley views and incredible conditions. Golf 18 tree-lined holes along the North Saskatchewan River, or if you're just here for the post-game celebration, check out the Greens Restaurant for a bite on their patio. Devon Golf, truly a hidden gem. To book your tee time, visit devongolf.ca.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't have to leave. Spend your time relaxing and getting back to the great outdoors. Phase 5 lots are selling now with prices starting at $89,000. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca. Acme Scrap Iron and Metals offers fast, friendly, and reliable service. They will supply containers of different sizes to remove all types of metals and for the removal of demolition waste. Plus, they buy steel, cast iron, copper, aluminum, brass, and more. With 50 years of business, Acme Scrap Iron and Metals has created a strong commitment to the proper handling of materials and adhere to environmental standards. Visit acmescrapmetal.com for hours of operation and call 780-447-1623 to arrange for a container.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Let your perfect day of golf start at the 27-hole Legends Golf and Country Club. With picturesque views of the River Valley and only 4 minutes off the Orem Road exit from the Henday, the Legends also features a large grass driving tee range and the world's largest golf car museum. Visit the legendsgolf.ca website to plan your next round with drone flights over all 3 nines. To book your tee time at Edmonton's finest full facility 27-hole golf course, call 780-449-4911 or visit us online.
Ready to level up your golf game? Come swing by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, where serious golf meets serious fun. With a championship-style course, pristine conditions, and above all, a fun laid-back atmosphere, the Ranch is where every round feels like a getaway. Get top-notch service at unmatched value every time you play at the Ranch. Think you have what it takes to go low? Bring your A-game and find out why the Ranch is the best value in golf. 25, 50, 100, and 200 round packs on sale. TheRanchGolf.com.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. The hosts of the VIP Golf Show are also published authors. That's right, your golf show hosts Curtis Stock and Murray McCourt both have incredible books out right now. Search on Amazon for The Turcots, the remarkable story of a horse racing dynasty by Curtis Stock, and Outside the Tee Box, my personal journey and secrets to success in the golf business by Murray McCourt. Order your copies today. Available on Amazon. Now you know.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Wake up with the Nielsen Show with Dustin Nielsen and Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9 on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts, Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt here, along with Curtis Stock. This segment is brought to you by the PGA of Alberta. Looking to shed strokes this summer? The PGA of Canada professionals in Alberta know their stuff. From equipment and technology to technique, they're your most trusted resource for getting more out of the game you love. Visit pgaofalberta.com and get to know your local pro today. And it is now time for the Century Mile Minute. Catch live thoroughbred and quarter horse racing action every Friday and Saturday, plus enjoy exciting slots, electronic table games, vibrant dining, and more. Century Mile is the entertainment destination located next to the Edmonton International Airport. For more information, visit centurymile.com. And what do you got for us this week, Stalker?
Queens over Jacks. This Queens over Jacks broke very slowly, appearing to lose all chance on Friday, but she rallied and came from last to win going away. She was meant for better things anyway, and a repeat performance is likely. Next Saturday, it's the closing day of the thoroughbred season. It's the Alberta Fall Classic Day with 2 big quarter horse races and 7 stakes for thoroughbreds. There's one for each sex and division. There's a 2-year-old colt division stake. There's a 2-year-old filly stake. There's a 3-year-old colt stake, a 3-year-old filly stake, 2 races for aged horses, and then there's the Red Diamond Express, a sprint race. So there's 7 of those plus 2 good quarter horse races, and that'll end thoroughbred racing. They'll go at Century Mile. They'll go down to Century Downs in Calgary, and the harness will come up here.
Okay, I was going to ask, its harness would come back up. And then what about your horse stalker? Has it got any more in him this year? Or?
Well, I hope so. We didn't get him in the last 2 weeks, so we're hoping to get him in next week.
All right, well, that would be awesome. Well, it's time to catch up on what's gone on with Zach and his golf this summer. As we know, Zach shot 183 last year, so I set him up to work all year long with Cam Martens. And over the year, Cam has been sending me videos here and there, and it's been an interesting journey. And we're going to see where it's at as we start to wind down this golf season. So, good morning, Cam. How are you this morning?
Doing well, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing great. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for this all summer, Cam. It's been great of you to join us every month and work with Zach. And I mean, as you know, he's a great guy, and so I was happy to set this up for him to get him to be able to work with you, and obviously appreciate your time doing it as well.
Oh yeah, my absolute pleasure. Zach's been great, and anytime we can kind of collaborate to try to, show somebody's golf journey, you know what I mean? Because it's a tough game, and it's kind of neat to see how people progress, so happy to be part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking back at the work you've done with Zach over the summer, what stands out most to you about his progression as a golfer?
Well, so, I mean, when we first met back in early season or maybe even preseason, every time Zach went to hit the ball, it was kind of like, 50-50 whether he was going to make contact with it or not. So, we started there. I mean, obviously, as the season's gone on, he's worked really hard, and he hits the ball every single time now, and we're starting to actually hit some pretty darn good shots. You guys would be really impressed. He went from, they say, tops and misses to, we've got some pretty high impressed draws going on. We spent a lot of time on his swing. I'll say that for sure.
Were there any particular areas of Zach's game that you were surprised by how quickly he improved, and what drills or methods were most effective?
Yeah, I mean, it's Zach's primary struggle was hitting the ground in the same spot every time with his clubs. So it was tough because everybody's seen these golfers sort of as they start out like they can't hit the ground where they're looking, sort of thing. With Zach, we used a lot of training grips. We used a lot of practice sticks to work on his swing plane. We used a few different techniques. We had the range box right next to the ball, so we couldn't shank it, and that's once we got him working on it, it worked good. It would start rough pretty much every time, and I think Zach will attest to that. It started rough, and then once he got onto it, he was really good real fast. It was quite impressive, actually.
Every golfer has challenges, but what were some of the obstacles that you had with Zach, and how did you overcome them?
That's a good one. Good question. I think Zach's Zach's a younger guy. He's trying to build up his career. So one of the biggest challenges he had, I think, one, just having time to be able to go and practice, making time out of his schedule. When you're in that stage of life, there's not always a lot of free time, and then obviously golf isn't free. So I think those were big challenges for him. We tried to just give him ways that he could practice at home or in spaces where, maybe it wasn't going to golf course all the time, you know what I mean? So that he could get some reps in without breaking the bank and taking up too much of his time.
Golf instruction's never one size fits all. How did you adjust your teaching approach specifically for Zach compared to other students you've worked with?
Yeah, for sure. So the biggest notable thing with Zach, Zach's sort of in your guys' business. He's in the business where he's got to analyze and talk after a shot. So Zach was, every time he hits a shot, you got to give him about 15 seconds to sort of tell you what he thinks happened, if that makes sense. And so what I learned with Zach is that you have to kind of let him hit a shot. He's going to talk it out a little bit, and then we want to make sure whatever he's talking out is kind of in alignment with what I think. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just sort of that post shot. So, we all do it. We hit a shot, and it's like, oh, I did this or I did that. It's like, whoa, it was this. Let's circle back around to that. If that, you know what I mean? So that was the primary adjustment, and the 42 training aids that we used at any given point in time.
42. Joining us on the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems is Cam Martens, teaching professional at the Windermere Golf and Country Club. Cam, as everyone should know, if they don't, you're one of the absolute best instructors in all of Canada. And how does someone like you, as a top instructor, track progress of a student like Zach over a season, and what metrics or feedback do you find most telling in how they're doing and progressing?
Yeah, it sounds funny. I don't have a specific way of measuring it, but what I do watch with players of any level, it's like, what does their first shot look like? Because that's what we're always sort of worried about. You know what I mean? We're trying to get golfers so that when they step up to a first tee or whatever, it's like, what is that one looking like? And if that makes sense, like, I know we've all experienced in development where you can get after 50, you know what I mean? But just like that first shot is always so telling after a player's warmed up, and it's just whether it's, that ball's being struck solid, high, all that sort of stuff. And so I saw Zach so basically what I saw with Zach was like, when we first met, it was just, we were really working hard to make contact. And then basically as the season progressed, he was just getting there faster, if that makes sense. So I don't think we can talk about our last sessions if you want, but it's the last sessions that we worked on where like, we were working on this concept of like 3 practice swings, walk in and execute, sort of just start to try to simulate play a little bit more. And he was, by the end of that, he was, I think he'll probably attest to this, or hopefully, and does that work, he's actually getting pretty good results, right away. If that makes sense.
Beyond the physical game, what impressed you about Zach's approach, mindset, or work ethic this summer?
I mean, it's Zach's. If anybody that's willing to do a project like this is obviously, he's a humble guy. You know what I mean? So Zach showed up. He always showed up ready to go to work, and he didn't beat himself up. He just kept trying and trying again, and that's the most. Like I think that that's a test. Like anybody that really learns how to play golf, like that this game can beat you up, and that's part of the process. Is being able to just try and try again. So that's what I'd have to say about Zach for sure.
Let's bring Zach into this now, Zach. So this is obviously your first summer getting lessons at all, but getting to work with a top instructor like Cam. How does his coaching style help you improve your game, and what did you think of the whole process of working with Cam this summer?
I thought it was amazing. Like, I just want to take the time to say thank you, Murray, and thank you, Cam, for setting your time aside and allowing me to come out there to Windermere Golf and Country Club. Like, it's just beautiful out there, and you make it really easy because, I don't know, you explain things well, and you let me talk. Like, I'm a talker. I guess that's what I do for work here as well. But he made it really easy where he set some drills aside that I could even like do at home or whatever, 5-10 minutes, made it very easy to get into. It's not like I'm doing a million things all at once. And the way that I was kind of taught, like at first we were doing some things where I'm like, okay, this kind of makes sense. But after a while, meeting up with him once a week or once every other week, it all started to connect. So each step that we took, it evolved and sort of helped me work on my shot in that way. And Cam's right. Like I just couldn't hit the ground even when we started. I would try and hit the ball and it would be a swing and a miss, 3 strikes and you're out like it's baseball. But I had to, keep whacking at the ball. And most recently when we met Wednesday and Thursday morning. So Wednesday it was like, I guess, he set up a box so I wouldn't shank it at all. And he's like, why are you shanking the ball? He kind of asks me those questions and makes me think about it as well. He just doesn't tell me what to do without me understanding it, which makes it really easy for me to remember what I have to do when I do practice.
So how did you get rid of the shanks?
Well, set up that box. So, I don't want to hit the box at all. It might hurt if you hit it too hard or whatever like that. So, set up that physical barrier there. And also you set up 2 sticks, so you try and hit in the same area each and every time when you're going to go strike into the ball to make sure that it actually hits the club face in the proper spot rather than towing or shanking it, which I did a lot.
Cam, you also gave Zach 2 lessons this year that made a big difference in his game. What was those?
Zach, I gave Zach more. Did we talk right now?
Yeah, that was actually me, but we can get to that in a little bit. But, I'm actually curious, maybe both of you on this. Like, Zach was telling Stalker and I before the show about how he played a couple games this week and he struggled. He was losing a lot of balls, but he said on the driving range with you, he's hitting a lot of great shots, as you mentioned. But so how can he take what he's learning with you and hitting good shots with you on the driving range to the golf course and see his scores drop more?
Absolutely. You know what? Honestly, all Zach needs to see is that he's capable of doing it, and then at that point, it comes down to lots of practice, right? Like, I mean, we were talking about before, just working it out, understanding the process of what he's trying to do, practicing it enough that he doesn't have to remember on his head. So there's just it's a lot of reps right now. And then, like anybody, once you get on the golf course, like when you're on the golf course, it's a lonely spot, especially if you're struggling. So once you start to miss hit shots, like it's just a lot of times people's reaction is just to speed up and just try to get it over with quicker. Oftentimes produces a worse result, if that makes sense. So what Zach and I were working on in our last session was kind of a pre-shot routine where it's a couple practice swings, is what we're focusing on, then walk in and execute the shot. And so if we take that approach, lots of practice that we take that approach when we're actually playing, where it's we're actually focusing on what we're doing and working on what we're doing, it'll make that golf experience better as opposed to just whack and then embarrassed and then go look for the ball and then try to do it fast and get it over with, if that makes sense.
And that's sort of what it felt like when we're going through that process, because it's kind of to get into the habit. Like, Cam, you've taught me a lot of things that now when I step up with a club to go hit a ball that I just now know, and I go through those steps to try and set up that similar shot and to, have the same outcome, hopefully, each time. And when we were doing that most recently, it actually helped because to make sure you're just taking the practice shots, I'm not overthinking it. And I found that when I'm actually on the course playing a game, I might try and think about what I'm doing too much. But then when you're at the range, that's sort of what you're supposed to do when you're with your teacher and spending that time actually working on the shot. So it took that pressure, in a sense, off of my mind that I just, in my head, thought that I was playing. I'd practice a little bit, take a shot, not think too much about all the steps, and just use those habits and go through those processes. And the most recent time, I was hitting the ball really well, I felt like. So,
Zach, this was your first summer working with a top instructor like Cam. How did his coaching style help you improve your game?
It was frankly amazing. I don't know. It made it really easy to show up. Each time I knew that it wasn't I don't know. I know I don't have all the time in the world to put the practice in, but you make it really funny. You make it really easy to just show up each day, and you're very accessible as well. I don't know, you don't push me, I guess, too much. You understand that, I don't know, I can't be out there each and every day, but the time that we do put in, I feel like I'm progressing every single time. And I don't know, if I hit a few and I chunk a couple, you just take a moment and you're like, Zach, this is what we're doing. Okay. And then you go through the process again, and then just show me slowly, but in small bite-sized pieces that make me remember and I guess know what to do for next time.
What were your biggest improvement?
Well, initially it was just actually hitting the ground and hitting the ball. We worked a lot on pitching and wedging as well, which when I am actually on the course, that is the one thing that carries over. So when I'm taking the approach shot, I can actually hit some half decent shots, but putting's another thing. That's a whole different part of the game that we worked on a little bit, but focusing on the swing itself. The biggest improvement as well, just balance and just I don't know. I understand now that golf is such a technical sport. Like, I don't know, hockey, you could be stronger, right? And just try and out-muscle somebody. But in a sport like golf, you have to go through every step and make sure it all connects. And if there's one link in the chain that doesn't work, it can mess up your whole shot.
Did you enjoy it, Zach?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I loved it.
Awesome. Now, Cam, you also gave me 2 lessons this year that made a big difference in my game. I'm still not fully there, but there's a lot of good stuff going on. But how does working with someone like me, who's a golf professional, differ from working with someone like new to the game like Zach is?
Yeah. So I mean, a more established golfer like yourself, Murray. I mean, good golfers know what they want. They've probably also had it before. And they probably also remember how they got there to a certain degree. If they don't remember the exact part, they certainly remember the work that went into it, if that makes sense. So anybody that's established a low handicap or professional status has spent tons of hours working it out. They know that it doesn't come for free, if that makes sense. So when they're working with a better player, it's like I can kind of rely on the fact that I know that they're going to go away and they're going to do the work and they're going to grind it out. And even if they're struggling, they're going to keep working it out, if that makes sense, because they've done that before. And with a better player, it tends to be rarely more than like 1 or 2 things. It's usually much simpler because that, golf's kind of a funny game. You can do 2 wrong things and get a good result, if that makes sense. So we call them compensations. So a lot of times when you have a better player, it's like their balance is off. So there's one thing that's missing. So you just add, if you have the right thing at the right time, it can make a big difference in a hurry. Whereas somebody new to the game, you just don't know what you're going to see day to day. Come up with new stuff out of left field, and depending on what YouTube channel they're watching. Not that Zach was doing that, but newer golfers, they're not as established with their techniques. They show up with all types of funny stuff.
If people want to get in touch with you to get some lessons from you, Cam, how can they do that?
Cam M at WindermereGCC.com. Anything you need.
Awesome. And one last one for you. Our question of the week on the show is, what's a bucket list golf course that you got to get to that you haven't been to yet?
Oh, that's I'm sure you'll hear some good ones today. I've never been to St. Andrews. I've got to get there before this is all over.
All right, sounds good. Thanks again for your time all season, and of course today as well, Cam. It's been awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Cam.
All right, that was Cam Martens, teaching professional at the Windermere Golf and Country Club. On the other side of the break, we're going to head around YAG and check in with the Stony Plain Golf Club and their head professional, Robb James. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Grab your clubs and tee up for the ultimate summer of golf with Country Club Tour. Get access to 7 premier 18-hole courses plus indoor facilities. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour has a course for every level of golfer. Get the most out of this golf season at great courses like Goose Hummock, Redtail Landing, Sandpiper, River Ridge, Raven Crest, Whitetail Crossing, or Montgomery Glen. Make the most out of this golf season at countryclubtour.com.
Every golfer's swing is different. TaylorMade Master Fitters customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From Tour Pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on 2 of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Grab your clubs and tee up for your best golf season yet. Hone your skills and improve your game at the Country Club Golf Tour Academy. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour offers the best lesson programs for every level of golfer. Take your skill set to a higher level and train with their simulators, launch monitors, and PGA of Canada's teaching professionals. You can train all year long at their 7 golf courses and indoor golf center. Sign up for lessons with the CCT Golf Academy today and countryclubtour.com.
Ardent Roof Systems is one of only 5 companies in Western Canada with a Platinum Preferred Contractor status from Owens Corning and the recent recipient of the Owens Corning Top Performer in Canada Award. If your roof has seen too many Alberta winters, it's time to give Stacy and the gang from Ardent a call. From repairs to replacement, Ardent will take care of you. Even if you have another quote, get them out to have a look. For more info, hit ardentroofsystems.com. And you can thank me later.
Join us for the return of the Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, June 26th at Millwoods Golf Course. Enjoy a day of golf while supporting a great cause. Start your day with a delicious breakfast, followed by a round of golf at the scenic Millwoods Golf Course. Then unwind with drinks and indulge in a gourmet dinner, all culminating in a lively auction. Come out and celebrate Tom Goodchild's legacy while supporting the Tom Goodchild Memorial Bursary, which assists NAIT culinary students in financial need. The Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, June 26th at Millwoods Golf Course. Don't miss out on the fun. Sign up now at sawmill.ca/golf. That's sawmill.ca/golf.
Every golfer's swing is different. TaylorMade Master Fitters customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From tour pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit tailormadefitting.ca.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at VIPgolf.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts, Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Murray McCourt, here along with Curtis Stock. This segment is brought to you by the Twin Willows Golf Club, part of Edmonton's golf community since 1965. Visit us at twinwillowsgolf.com, and we are now joined by Robb James, the head professional at the Stony Plain Golf Club. How are you doing this morning, Robb?
I'm great, guys. How about you?
Yeah, having a good morning, Robb. Thanks for asking, and appreciate your time this morning. So, Robb, fall is always a great time for golfers to update their gear. What kind of fall sales are you running in your pro shop right now, and what brands or products should golfers be excited about?
Yeah, at this time of the year, I mean, obviously we're getting down to the final kind of 6 weeks of the season. So pro shops primarily are looking to clear out their inventory and make some space for what's going to be new and exciting for 2026. Biggest promotion we have coming up is our Clear the Tracks demo sale. So that's something that we do typically on the second weekend of September. So we're going to be doing that Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next week. Our demo equipment doesn't hit the golf course. We've got our master club fitter, Bob McCackern, out in the range during the summertime, and all of that equipment is used just exclusively for custom fitting. So it's an opportunity to get some great stuff that is very gently worn. It doesn't hit the golf course, so it doesn't have mud and dirt and roof marks and everything else in between. So that is our biggest hard goods sale that's coming up next weekend.
You mentioned Bob McCartney. Has there been some exciting new club releases this fall?
Yeah, it's there's so much good stuff out there, and with the custom fitting process, when you've got the ability to take heads and shafts apart, you've got so many different combinations to get put together. And the major manufacturers, they're bringing stuff out that we're getting that kind of 12 to 18 month timeline on a lot of it, and depending on which manufacturer it is, sometimes that stuff comes out in the fall, and then that carries into a full season of play as in 2026. So as soon as stuff comes out, we get it as quick as we can and try to get those fitting components in our inventory so we can get that custom fitting process started as quickly as possible.
So fall's still a good time to go through a custom fitting?
Yeah, there's always a good time. Custom fitting is important. The investment in the hard goods, it's a pretty significant one nowadays. So the buyer's remorse, it's significantly reduced when you've got the correct stuff. So whether you're doing that in the spring and getting a full season out of it, there's so much opportunity now to use your equipment year round. Obviously, with all of the indoor facilities that are out there, there's still a high percentage of our membership still make their way down south. So if you've got the right gear, you've got it for 12 months of the year, and there's an opportunity to use it at all times.
For an average golfer listening, how much of a difference can a proper fitting really make?
It makes a huge difference. I'm back to glasses now, and it's just the same thing. I had to go and get custom fit for those. I wasn't just going to grab any rack off of, wherever I was at getting them fit, and all of a sudden they're the perfect ones. I had to go through a process. So it's the same with equipment. An average golfer, obviously, there's going to be some technique challenges as well. So it's an opportunity for us to work, partner up with our teaching professional as well, so that if the equipment is there, it's now going to be fine-tuned as well with some swing techniques. If you're working with a beginner golfer, obviously that swing isn't consistent enough where a custom fit would be 100%, because the swing changes that may be coming down the road in the next couple of seasons, it may not work now with the equipment that they've been fit for. But an average golfer is going to see something for sure, especially if that average golfer is, if it's a 5'3" or a 6'7" individual, they're going to need something with a length adjustment for sure. There's definitely a percentage of people out there that standard length, standard lie is going to be a good fit, but at the same time, you've got grip fittings, and then of course the shaft that goes into the golf club is going to be conducive to the swing.
You've got Graham Nelson on staff offering lessons. What kind of teaching opportunities are available this fall?
Yeah, Graham had an absolutely incredible year. We dodged a lot of the weather systems that Edmonton and East got. It's amazing when the stuff comes in from the west. It sometimes misses Stony Plain. So Graham was incredibly busy all summer long with his programming. Definitely grew on it from his first season with us last year, but we'll be continuing on in the off season as well. So we do have that opportunity at Stony Plain Golf Course to work with Graham in the wintertime. We've got the TrackMan simulator set up upstairs. So he'll be offering some coaching, obviously a little bit more private based. There's not an opportunity to group or clinic style instruction right now at the clubhouse, but that would be more of a one-on-one or a semi-private type of a program with Graham Nelson this winter.
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Robb James, head professional at the Stony Plain Golf Club. We had Graham on the show earlier this year, and I actually had the opportunity to play golf with him once this year as well, and he sure knows his stuff. And
wow, yeah.
I'm just curious, are you finding that more golfers are starting to use the off-season as a chance to rework their swings, rework their games a little bit so they can hit the ground running in the following season?
Absolutely. Yeah. The days of 6 months on, 6 months off, it's having to shake off the rust, and our season's so short. By the time you shake off the rust, you're into summertime. So if you got that 12-month opportunity, and it doesn't need to be that you're hitting the indoor facilities daily, but working with just a once a week or a bi-weekly tune-up with Graham, or having an opportunity just to swing even a moderate amount, that's so much better than taking a full winter off. And obviously it's better for injury prevention as well. If you're using those muscles and those movements and doing that regularly, it's a heck of a lot better than jumping onto the driving range April 15th when it opens up and grabbing a large bucket and a driver and just swinging away and finding out the next morning that you're going to be laid up for weeks at a time.
You mentioned the TrackMan indoor golf simulator. How does that enhance the off-season golf experience?
Yeah, it's so amazing that you can transport yourself to anywhere in the world pretty much, and the technology has come so far. The courses that they have on there, all of the 3D mapped ones now, it's just such almost an immersive experience. And yeah, like I say, it's so much better than having no opportunity to play golf whatsoever. It's become so realistic as well that I'm looking forward in the 6 weeks or so getting the greens put to bed, and then immediately after that our sim bay goes up and then TrackMan gets turned on, and we'll be in Bandon Dunes probably October 16th and getting all those courses, because they've mapped all of those ones and there's a whole bunch of new additions, and we don't have ours set up year round, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to seeing the new additions and the improvements since we took it down or in the spring, I guess. But yeah, it's just this is a bonus. It's can be used for recreational purposes, and obviously for the instructional side of things and game improvement. But our members love it. We do have some that won't go away until the new year. They'll stick around Edmonton and the area until post Christmas, and then they'll take their trip down south as of January onwards. So it gives them a chance to still keep the game sharp, so that when they do manage to make their way down to the States, they haven't had much of a break from golfing.
Let's talk about the golf course itself. How have conditions held up this year, and what stood out for you about the 2025 season?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of mentioned it before when Jeff and I came on board 10 years ago. We kept on hearing the term Stony bubble, and I didn't really put much kind of thought into it. But it really is a thing. We track the radar systems. Obviously, we've got our neighbors to the west at Cougar Creek, and we'll watch the stuff coming in, and when the stuff rolls over Lac St. Anne, it usually splits in two, and it kind of misses Stony Plain, and then it reforms. And looking at our numbers this year, we really only lost about 4 days to weather conditions. Really? So with that, your cart restrictions aren't impacted much, and our course drainage has improved so much. We've done a really extensive fairway program over the last few years, and it's really starting to build and be very noticeable that when we do have some significant systems that come through, and don't get me wrong, we did have some rain this year, but really we only had some cart path restrictions this year for a couple days at a time, and they were primarily on the holes that were surrounding our water feature that is on 1 and 18. But the days of having to have full cart path restrictions, or days where you can't even have cart paths on the golf course, those are gone at Stony Plain Golf Course. So with that, the overall turf improves, your cart damage is mitigated significantly, and yeah, we've had a fantastic year. Course conditions are great. Our rounds are up. It looks like it's going to be a record year. For sure, the best year that I've experienced in 10 years out there.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds great. Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Robb James. Robb, I played at Stony was it last Sunday or last Sunday maybe even? And, I haven't been out there a lot. I hadn't been out there for a couple of years, but I was really impressed. I really enjoyed the golf course a lot. There's a lot of really good holes. I really enjoyed the par 5 in the back. Is it 15 or 16 right along the railway tracks?
Yeah, 15.
Awesome hole. What are some of your favorite holes out there? And talk about how awesome the golf course is. Pat yourselves on the back and tout yourselves up a little bit here.
Yeah, there we go. You know what? This is the third year in a row that we've hosted a 2-day PGA of Alberta event. We did the Assistants Championship in 2024, I guess. 2023. Last year we had the entire PGA of Alberta Championship, and this year we held the Club Professional Championship. And hanging out with all the brothers and sisters of our industry afterwards, they all talk about the stretch, which is at 11, 12, 13, 14 kind of stretch. So you get to the back nine, and the scoring holes are primarily on the front. Number 10 is a shorter par 5, but then when you get to 11, 12, 13, 14, those are all very challenging holes. They're you've obviously got some out of bounds left. The par 5, number 15, Murray, like you mentioned, it's awesome. I love, especially when both the trains are going by, when they twinned those tracks. I know there was a whole bunch of people that were like, oh man, the trains are going to be nonstop, but I absolutely love playing that hole when the trains are ripping by. I think it's kind of, I've never really played golf in the UK where you have those high speed trains ripping right by the hole, but it kind of has that vibe to it. But that's always a stretch that people talk about being very challenging. They're fair holes when they're played properly. They're still scoreable, but they definitely have a little bit more challenge, in particular with that left side being out of bounds. The 14 is the par 3 that goes over the water. We historically don't play that one from the back tees when we have these events, because it is a very daunting par 3. Even a tee deck up, it's still a very challenging par 3. And That's definitely my favorite stretch. So you got to get after the scoring holes early so that you can bank a couple in case you have a bit of a hiccup through that back nine stretch.
Yeah. What are a couple tips that you could give us?
Tip wise, I think I play a fair bit on Thursdays with our men's league group, but I still find that the aerial short game shots are a little bit. There's just so much kind of risk involved in those ones, and trying to play short game shots just a little bit closer to the ground using a lower lofted wedge and a little bit more of a bump and run style, because the bigger swing is the bigger miss. And I don't hit it. I've never hit it very far on the golf course. And I've got some men's league participants that they outdrive me all the time. But then when we get closer to the green, it's the up and downs that I'm making, and it's the over the greens, the chunk ons, and then the three putts that they're making that separate our scores afterwards. I just find that when I'm watching a lot of the more majority of our men's league guys would be that kind of handicap range of 6 to kind of 15. But they're taking those 20-yard shots with great big swings and not bringing it in lower, where the worst bump and run is going to be better than a lot of the best flop shots that they intend to hit, because those flop shots sometimes aren't flop shots and they're in the parking lot and they're out of bounds. And that's where the score killers are for sure.
Yeah.
One last one for you, Rob. Our question of the week on the show is, what is the bucket list golf course you've never been to that you got to get to?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to deviate a little bit. I actually got one off my list 2 weekends ago. I took my daughter out to Crow's Nest Pass down in southern Alberta, and my gosh, it was unbelievable. I'd always wanted to play there. I'd heard some great things about it. So that was at my top of my bucket list for like a local or provincial course, pardon me. But now it's Royal Portrush. Watching it on TV in the past, I got to Northern Ireland 15 years ago, and I didn't have my golf clubs with me, so I've got to get back there with my clubs and maybe play there. I can play it on the TrackMan in about 6 weeks, which is as close as I'm going to get in the meantime. But that's probably number one on my list right now would be Royal Portrush.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Rob. Hope you have a great finish up to the last 6 or so weeks of the season.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care.
All right,
Yeah,
that
thanks,
was
Rob.
Rob James from the Stony Plain Golf Club. On the other side of the break, Stalker and I will talk all things local golf. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
This summer, Alberta Golf is focused on recreational and junior play. Recreational players can find their fun at upswing.ca. The McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour has 24 stops across the province. For players learning to compete, the Youth on Course program is back, letting juniors play for $5 or less at participating facilities. Any $10 donation made to the Alberta Golf Foundation pays for an 18-hole round for a kid in Alberta. For more on everything we do, albertagolf.org.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. Spend your time relaxing and getting back to the great outdoors. Phase 5 lots are selling now with prices starting at $89,000. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Get all the latest news and takes on everything Oilers with Dustin Nielsen and Tom Gazzola on the Oil Stream. Live at noon, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 75 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf. Show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. The hosts of the VIP Golf Show are also published authors. That's right, your golf show hosts Curtis Stock and Murray McCourt both have incredible books out right now. Search on Amazon for The Turcots, the remarkable story of a horse racing dynasty by Curtis Stock, and Outside the Tee Box, my personal journey and secrets to success in the golf business by Murray McCourt. Order your copies today. Available on Amazon. Now you know.
Let your perfect day of golf start at the 27-hole Legends Golf and Country Club. With picturesque views over the River Valley and only 4 minutes off the RM Road exit off the Henday, the Legends also features a large grass-driving tee range and the world's largest golf car museum. Visit the legendsgolf.ca website to plan your next round with drone flights over all 3 nines. To book your tee time at Edmonton's finest full-facility 27-hole golf course, call 780-449-4911.
I came in 2 under par.
I ended up in the pond again. Whether you're an old pro or just out for fun, Devon Golf is the course to hit, no matter how skilled you are. Just 30 minutes from Edmonton, Devon Golf boasts scenic valley views and incredible conditions. Golf 18 tree-lined holes along the North Saskatchewan River, or if you're just here for the post-game celebration, check out the Greens Restaurant for a bite on their patio. Devon Golf, truly a hidden gem. To book your tee time, visit devongolf.ca.
Did you know golfers average 162 hours a year on their feet? With the Addy Zero ZG from Adidas Golf, light isn't less, it's more. More Sunset 9s, more stamina with footwear designed to spend hours on your feet. With Light Strike Pro cushioning that boosts efficiency and walking propulsion, you can go out for a long round and enjoy what the course has to offer. Step into the feeling of light all round with Addy Zero ZG. Right now, during our Addy Buck promotion at participating retailers, when you purchase any new 2025 Adidas golf shoe like the Addy Zero ZG, you'll receive $50 towards any additional Adidas golf items from the Pro Shop. Adidas.ca.
There's still time to book your tournament at the Ranch Golf and Country Club.
As one of Alberta's top tourney courses, the Ranch makes hosting fun and easy for any group or business. No matter how unique or unusual, they'll accommodate your vision for an event no one will soon forget.
Start planning your tournament today at their beautifully landscaped course on the outskirts of West Edmonton. On-site event coordinators are here to help, but hurry, availability is limited and booking fast.
Visit theranchgolf.com.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts, Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Murray McCourt here, along with Curtis Stock. This segment brought to you by Corporate Connections. Are you a business leader looking to connect with other business leaders to create and accelerate business opportunities, experience the extraordinary, make smarter decisions faster, and ultimately grow your business? If so, Corporate Connections is where you want to be. Email Executive Director Pat Stride at pstride@corporateconnections.com to get more information. And Stalker, the question of the day: what's a bucket list golf course that you want to get to that you haven't got to? And I mean, you've probably hit most of them up. Like last year at this time, or was it right around a year ago? You were at Cabot. So what's next? Because that obviously was probably at the top.
Yeah, both those 2 courses were outstanding at Nova Scotia. Those are unbelievable. Cabot Cliffs and Cabot Links. But I've got a course on my bucket list for 40 years. I could have played Pebble Beach. We were at Pebble Beach.
Okay.
We walked around Pebble Beach, but they wanted $150, and I thought it was too much. Now it's like $6 billion to play there. But so I wish that I played there, and I got to get it back there. My other one is that I want to go to Ireland and play. We mentioned Port Rush, but there's 350 courses in Ireland: Ballybunion, Waterville, Port Marnock, Britta's Bay.
Port Rush, where we
Port
just
Rush
had the
is
open.
mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my 2.
That's yours. Okay. Well, I mean, you hit mine. I absolutely want to get out there to Cabot and play those golf courses. And
they're unbelievable.
Since they've been first open, they're known as the best golf courses in Canada. And so I absolutely have to get to them. I'm surprised no one said Augusta. I mean,
you can't get on there, though.
Well, I know. And
so how can that be on your bucket list?
Well, it's on my bucket list. Now I've been there. I was there this year for the Masters, and yeah, I know. Now that's next. I want to play it. I know it'll probably never happen, but so it'll probably always be on the bucket list. But yeah, I would love to play that place. Absolutely. But yeah, Cabot. I'm so jealous that you got to do that.
Yeah.
Another buddy of mine, I was texting with him like a week or two ago, invited him to come to the football game with us yesterday, him and his family. He goes, "Oh, I'll get back to you when I get back home and talk to my wife about it. But I'm just out at Cabot right now." And I'm like,
just out at Cabot.
"Oh, you jerk!"
Yeah, the people who live there have got a treat. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to play it again, especially after knowing what I saw the first time.
Is it a type of course that if you play it a second, third time, you kind of know your way around a little bit more?
Although you have caddies. The caddies are mandatory.
Oh, well, that makes it even more special.
Right, yeah. And they would tell you, aim 40 yards to the left or aim at that little white boat.
Aim at the white boat.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that'd be
fun. But the boat's moving.
All right, local event stalker. I'm sure it's winding down.
It is, yeah. We talked about some of the Alberta golf tournaments with Kevin Smith earlier. But there's a few other tournaments to talk about. In the Maple Leaf Mini Junior Tours National Championship at Tawasin Springs Golf Club, Edmonton 8-year-old Blake Widmer playing from forward tees, but he shot 68, 67. He had 11 birdies over the 2 days.
Oh, wow. Where was that at?
Tawasin.
Holy.
And in the PGA of Alberta's Players Tournament at Redwood Meadows, the Royal Mayfair's David McComb was the top Edmonton area finisher, tying for third with a 71. But I was still 6 shots back of the winner, Eric Locke of Calgary's Pritis Greens. And we all know how good Eric is.
Yeah, he's a great player, no question.
And in the Callaway Pro Assistant Championship at Mickelson National, just west of Calgary, no local top finishers close to the top pairings, led by Sam Kirkness and Ryan Keynes of Inglewood, who combined for a 127. And that's it for the tournaments. We got some holes in one.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Well, there were 2 aces within 45 minutes within one another at the granite course at the Quarry.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, both on number 3. Don Kent got his ace on the 161-yard hole using a hybrid, and then Chad Urschel knocked in his with a 7-iron from the same tee deck. 45 minutes of one another.
I found that interesting too. One guy used a hybrid and one guy used a 7-iron from the same spot. I mean, that's golf, right? Everybody hits it a little different, but that's pretty cool.
Fraser Clampett on number 13 at the Peak Club with a pitching wedge from 109 yards, but the most lucrative hole-in-one belonged to Paul Harrison, who aced number 9 at Trestle Creek with an 8-iron from 165 yards. Playing in Trestle Creek's hole-in-one shootout, Harrison picked up a $10,000 travel voucher.
Yeah, I think that's 2 years in a row now at their hole-in-one tournament that someone dunked one.
Is that right?
Yeah, I want to say someone maybe won a car or something, or some money towards a car at that last year. But boy, that's a fun little idea that Artie's going on at Trestle Creek doing that hole-in-one tournament. Yeah. That was it for hole-in-ones?
That was it for hole-in-ones, yeah.
All right. What about golf for you this week? Did you get out and about anywhere?
Just played Whitetail Crossing, as I mentioned. I really like that course. Good mix of tee boxes, so it's good for all abilities, and it's good for women to play. My wife likes it out there. It can stretch over 7,000 yards from the back tees, but the gold boxes are 6,500, blue tees 6,200, white tees 5,800, and red tees 5,300. So good variety of tee boxes.
Right. Well, that's awesome. I had a pretty tame week too, Stalker. We're just so busy at the golf course that this time of year, golf course is a little light on staff as people go back to university and school and things like that. And we're still so busy that I just can't get away. I got invited a couple times to go play at a tournament here, a tournament there. Just played with some buddies this week, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get away. So I just played last Sunday at the ranch. It was 2 Sundays ago that I played at Stony Plain, but. Yeah, last Sunday at the ranch, and I played my match against Jeff Cuthbertson from Stony Plain. Well, I didn't have my best. He didn't have his best either.
So he was there for the taking.
We called it a bit of a pillow fight at times, but he ended up getting me. But it was a lot. He's such a great guy and a great player. Like, he hits the ball really well. And so it's fun to play with him. And like I said, a great guy. So we had a lot of fun. Out there catching up on life and business and everything else. So that was a lot of fun. What about this week for you? Do you have anything going on?
Nothing planned.
Nothing planned, but there's 6 weeks left, Stalker. You got to get it in.
Well, I'm going to go to Wolf Creek on October 6th Play with guys that I went to junior high school, and university with. We get together once a year and go to Wolf Creek. So
Okay.
October 6th.
October 6th. That's a big one for you then.
Yeah.
Catch up with some friends. Yeah. So I'm a little busier with golf this week. I'm playing the ranch today, and it's for the first time in like a month. I think that our regular group is all here and together. So me, Carius, Piercy, and Whizzer are all playing at the ranch this morning. Tomorrow I have a business golf game at the ranch, playing with our insurance guy at the ranch tomorrow morning. And then on Tuesday, I got invited to a charity tournament. We talked earlier about all the golf courses in Alberta you play that you've never played. I'm playing one I've never played on Tuesday.
Which one's that?
Well, I haven't heard the best things about it, but I'll be the judge of myself on Tuesday. But Cattail Crossing is where I'm playing. Never been there.
No, I've never been there.
Yeah, so I guess I'll tell you what I think.
What did it used to be called?
Hunter's Green.
Hunter's Green.
And then it was called something else too. I can't remember what it was called before
It's
that.
out at St. Albert?
Lakeshore.
Lakeshore.
Lakeshore. It was
Oh,
Lakeshore, then Hunter's Green, and now Cattail Crossing.
Is that in St. Albert?
Near St. Albert. It's kind of between St. Albert and the Garrison, where it's fairly close to where the Garrison is. Like kind of on that same kind of side road. But I'll find it. I'll put it in GPS, and it'll get me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be a couple games of golf, but this week, which will be nice. But if you might remember, a year ago, I had to stop golfing a month in advance. I had my shoulder procedures done to fix my shoulder up and whatnot. But this year, only 6 weeks left. I'm going to do the best I can to get out as much as I can. I've arranged a home game with my wife's parents at Belvedere. I'm playing, I think it's September 25th. I'm playing out at Belvedere with them, and then I'll have them back at the ranch for a home day. But there's not much time left, Stalker. You gotta call up some buddies and get out and play.
I have no idea what happened to August.
Yeah, what happened to
July,
June, May? Text to get to here. Hey guys, any surprises on the captain's picks for the Ryder Cup? You think Koepka should be on Team USA?
No.
Yeah.
He's not playing well at all.
Well, and he's over at Live.
Yeah, he's a Live Tour golfer too. So.
And so do we even really know if he's playing any good? He didn't.
Yeah, we know he's not playing well.
And he didn't do much in the majors.
No, he did nothing in the majors.
Are you looking forward to Ryder Cup? You're not looking forward at all? Why?
I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
There's no Canadians.
Right.
So I don't really care.
I'm kind of with you. The one pick, though, I would say the America's team captain easily could have picked himself to play because he was playing so well. What did he get? Third place in the Tour Championship at the end of the year, and he didn't pick himself. Now, he's probably the right decision because it probably would have been a massive distraction for him to be out there playing and be the captain. So,
who's the last captain?
Who's the last captain?
Captain that played.
I don't know.
Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
1969.
Okay. But here's what I am looking forward to, the Ryder Cup. It's being played at Bethpage Black. I love the looks of that golf. That a bucket list golf course to play, I would love to play Bethpage Black.
I don't know. There's a sign there as you approach the first tee. It says for skillful players only.
It's brutally difficult, but just all the bunkering, the unique bunkering, and how even the bunkers look mean.
Yeah. The rough is really high and it plays long. That's why I got a guy who's not really a long shot, but Sam Burns. I think he's going to play really well there.
Well, yeah, it could be. But I like that golf course so much. I'm going to watch a bunch of it just to see that golf course. Another quick text to get to. Augusta would be a first choice, but I will be realistic. The courses at Bandon Dunes are next on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's supposed to be good.
Have a good day, gents, from DV Joe. Thanks for that, Joe.
How many
now,
courses are there at Bandon Dunes now?
I don't know the exact number, but it's like a dozen maybe.
I was going to say, yeah.
And I agree. Like Bandon looks very similar to Cabot in pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
So I think the experience there would be relatively similar.
Cabot's building a new golf course. Did you know that?
Yeah, in Revelstoke.
Yeah.
And that's closer to home. I'm getting there.
I know.
I talked to someone about it fairly recently and was told not next year, but the year after it'd probably be ready to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be... that'll be awesome. A little, And it would be fascinating for you, who's played Cabot, to now play Revelstoke, and because obviously not on the ocean, different terrain. What is it going to be? How similar will it be? Same designer and things like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be different, but I think they're going to try to make it as similar as they can, just in a different location.
Is Rod Whitman part of it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it'll be good then.
Yeah, absolutely, it will be. Well, on the other side of the break, there's a big tournament in Edmonton upcoming this week at the Northern Bear, the ATB Classic. We're going to have the tournament director, Darcy Enick, join us to give a preview of the event and let us know what all's going on. Stay with us. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
This summer, Alberta Golf is focused on recreational and junior play. Recreational players can find their fun at upswing.ca. The McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour has 24 stops across the province. For players learning to compete, the Youth on Course program is back, letting juniors play for $5 or less at participating facilities. Any $10 donation made to the Alberta Golf Foundation pays for an 18-hole round for a kid in Alberta. For more on everything we do, albertagolf.org.
Why tee off at the Ranch Golf and Country Club?
A fun, unique layout offering premier conditions. The Ranch has been ranked as one of the top public courses in Canada.
Unmatched value. Score Golf Magazine rated the Ranch as the best value in Edmonton.
The service, from tournaments to special events to the pro shop. Superior service that makes every visit exceptional.
The Ranch Golf and Country Club, a laid-back environment where anyone can enjoy an amazing day on the fairways. For details, visit theranchgolf.com.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. The hosts of the VIP Golf Show are also published authors. That's right, your golf show hosts Curtis Stock and Murray McCourt both have incredible books out right now. Search on Amazon for The Turcots, the remarkable story of a horse racing dynasty by Curtis Stock, and Outside the Tee Box, my personal journey and secrets to success in the golf business by Murray McCourt. Order your copies today, available on Amazon. Now you know.
Acme Scrap Iron and Metals offers fast, friendly, and reliable service. They will supply containers of different sizes to remove all types of metals and for the removal of demolition waste. Plus, they buy steel, cast iron, copper, aluminum, brass, and more. With 50 years of business, Acme Scrap Iron and Metals has created a strong commitment to the proper handling of materials and adhere to environmental standards. Visit acmescrapmetal.com for hours of operation and call 780-447-1623 to arrange for a container.
Let your perfect day of golf start at the 27-hole Legends Golf and Country Club. With picturesque views of the River Valley and only 4 minutes off the Orem Road exit from the Henday, the Legends also features a large grass driving tee range and the world's largest golf car museum. Visit the legendsgolf.ca website to plan your next round with drone flights over all 3 nines. To book your tee time at Edmonton's finest full facility 27-hole golf course, call 780-449-4911 or visit us online.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
It's back, the 6th annual Ardent Roof Systems Charity Golf Classic at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Tee off for a great cause with hole-in-one contests, food and drink stations, dunk tanks, and even a chance to win a golf trip for 2 to Pebble Beach. Be a part of an incredible day on one of Edmonton's most picturesque courses, all in support of the Stollery Child Life Program. Golf, give back, make a difference. The 6th annual Ardent Roof Systems Charity Golf Classic. Sign up, sponsor, or learn more today at ardentroofsystems.com.
Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. Some of the brightest minds in Edmonton come together to discuss and brainstorm big thoughts. Corporate Connections Think Tank brings our members and selected guests together to share experiences and ideas around some of the most relevant topics in business today. Topics that impact each of us, every business, most decisions, all initiatives. Will you come and join the conversation, get questions answered, learn a few new perspectives, and be part of this energetic and inspiring event on May 28th? Corporate Connections Think Tank. Visit us at corporateconnections.com, where leaders connect.
Join us for the return of the Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, August 28th at Leduc Golf and Country Club. Enjoy a day of golf while supporting a great cause. Start your day with a delicious breakfast, followed by a round of golf at the scenic Leduc Golf and Country Club. Then unwind with drinks and indulge in a gourmet dinner, all culminating in a lively auction. Come out and celebrate Tom Goodchild's legacy while supporting the Tom Goodchild Memorial Bursary, which assists NAIT culinary students in financial need. The Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament promises unforgettable experiences. Sign up now at sawmill.ca/golf. That's sawmill.ca/golf.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
I could have taken some photos for OnlyFans. Reed Wilkins up-gown shots. What's Reed wearing for the eye surgery? What's going to pop out next? I think I was totally covered, except my eyeball peeking out, and maybe other parts of me. I don't know if they uncovered anything else. Cover up his face, but lift up that gown. Oh, you know what? Put it back.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your hosts, Murray McCourt and Curtis Stock, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Murray McCourt here along with Curtis Stock. This segment brought to you by the Stony Plain Golf Club. Whether you're looking to get custom fit clubs or lessons to improve your swing, check out the Stony Plain Golf Course at golfstonyplain.com. And it is now trivia time. Our trivia contest is brought to you by Tough Stuff Promotions. Tough Stuff works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hardworking name. Call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com for all your logo merchandise needs. The winner of the contest will get a custom fitting at the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Keg Steakhouse and Bar with 5 locations around Edmonton. Why not tonight? And Stalker, what do you got for us this week?
This one might be a little tricky because it didn't get near the attention that it should have. But the question is, who was the Calgary golfer to finish as the low amateur at her first ever CPKC Women's Canadian National Open Championship? Who was the Calgary golfer who finished as the low amateur at the Women's National?
If you want to get in on that, text 780-218-9999. And just a quick thought on that, Stalker. She did go backwards a little bit on day 3. If she would have finished like top 5, even with Brooke winning it, I think that would have been the bigger story.
It would have, yeah.
In my opinion, for sure.
But it didn't get any attention hardly at all.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Well, we have a huge tournament event happening, probably the biggest one in the city this week at the Northern Bear Golf Club, the ATB Classic. And joining us now is Tournament Director Darcy Enick. Good morning, Darcy. How you doing today? Oh, your mic is muted. We can't hear you. Oh, 1 second. Here we go. Can we hear? Do a little test now. Okay. He's going to get her logged back in. Why do you think that didn't get enough attention?
I don't know.
Like, she's 15 years old.
Yeah.
And in the
first major tournament she played in.
15 years old.
15 years
and
old.
She was
low amateur from Calgary.
And yeah, she was in fifth place going into the final round, if my memory serves me.
Well,
that is unbelievable. Well, one thing about this ATB Classic at Northern Bear, a couple years ago, people might remember, local Will Bateman won it when it was at the Petroleum Club.
Yeah.
And what a fun story that was for local Edmontonian to win right here on home turf, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Will played really well. Those tournaments have always been good. I used to cover them when I was at the Journal, and I just loved covering those, what was in the Canadian Tour.
Yeah, absolutely. And if his travel schedule allows for it, Will's going to join us next week on the show, so that'll be fun. And Darcy, we got you now?
I think so.
All right, we do.
Darcy.
That's the club champion at the Windermere Golf and Country Club, Darcy Enick, that is, right? You got some game yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, we lost her again. Why don't you just give her a quick call? Yeah, we'll just get it over the phone with Darcy instead of the video since that's not working. But, so if his travel schedule works out,
good.
His game plan is he's healthy now. He says he's playing great.
Good.
And he's plans to come up to the last PGA Tour Americas event here to get him kind of ready and raring to go back in some competitive golf before the Corn Ferry Tour starts.
So is he playing this week?
Not this week, but the next one is his plan. But we'll find out from him next week, or I'll know for sure if he's on the show with us or not on the show. I'll get that sorted out. But his game plan is to be on the show with us next week.
Good.
So I'm just listening here. We do have Darcy now. Hi, Darcy.
Hi, Darcy. Hello.
There we go. Now we got you. So brag about how good your golf game is this year when you're the club champion at Windermere.
Oh, no. You know what? Golf's a funny thing. Sorry, you got an echo, right? Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, golf's a funny game. You know, you go out and play on any day, and then you put it under some pressure in competition. And I had a really good first round. Second round, not as good, but it was still it was great to be out there. And I love competitive golf and just trying to pull it all together.
Well, it makes sense then that you're the tournament director of the ATB Classic and have been for as long as I can remember.
Yeah,
and
no kidding.
Northern Bear is always a challenging track, and I hear it's going to play 7,400 yards this year with long, rough, fast greens due to the heat we've had lately. Can you give our listeners an idea what players can expect when they tee off at the ATB Classic this week?
Yeah, it's the last little while here that, you know, the course is really firmed up. As you said, it's long to begin with. They're tipping out the course. Having the event in September is the first time that we've been in this week. So the course conditions, the course looks fantastic. It's in really good shape. And this heat has actually helped to just firm it up a little bit more, which the guys always love. And Nicholas design is always a challenge. And I think they're really going to enjoy it. I know they have the last couple of years.
The ATB Classic always attracts some top talent. Which players should fans be watching closely? I know I got a couple pegged out, but they're both favorites. Who do you like?
Yeah, well, you know what? Michael Brennan, he's won twice this year. He's the number one guy on the Fortinet Cup standings. And I think you got to watch for him for sure. Davis Lamb has a great story too. Those that were out here in 2023, he went and Monday qualified, won the Monday qualifier, and then went through and won our event. And he won a second event that summer and went on, got his Corn Ferry Tour card, and he just didn't quite keep it, but he's going to be another one to watch. David Perkins, another one, he's number 3. Brett White, another one, number 4. All these guys are ripping it up out there on tour. And of course, Will Holen, our local Edmontonian who tuned pro last year, will also draw some attention from the local crowd.
Brady McKinley too.
Absolutely. Brady is, he's playing some great golf, and it's going to be really exciting to see. The talent is so deep out here.
Yeah.
It's really anyone's game.
Who are some of the other Canadians to cheer for?
Well, we have, Brendan McDougall out of Calgary came in last year. He actually finished 4th. He's also been playing some good golf. It just really runs deep. There's just so much talent, and we have, of course, a local qualifier that has. We have about 55 players that are trying to qualify for 8 spots. So even Adam Bruce, who's the head pro here, he's been firing it up. And he and his brother are both trying to Monday qualify. So we wish everybody luck tomorrow, and we'll see how the field rounds out after tomorrow. We'll have the full field for you.
It'd be great if Adam got in.
It would.
I hear your volunteer and caddy support has been incredible. 250 volunteers and over 75 caddies. How important is this support to the success of the golf tournament? And how does that? What's the vibe like behind the scenes out there?
Yeah, we just did our orientation yesterday. We have a lot of new people that have come on board, and going into tournament week being full stock of volunteers, we need their support to do anything from our walking score to transportation and marshals and all the rest in between. We just can't run the event without volunteer support like that. And the caddy experience is a really unique one too. So we've got veterans that have been caddying for years. We ended up over 80 caddies here, plus the guys that are traveling with the players. So it's exciting. Everyone is really ready to go and excited to see how the event week rolls out. And the weather forecast is looking good for us. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, the weather looks really good. I hear you're hosting your second clinic with Warrior Golf for Indigenous youth alongside 2 pros. Can you tell us about the impact of the program and what it means to the community?
Yeah, so this is the second year that we've partnered with Warrior Golf, and they have a dream of having one of their Indigenous players play on the PGA Tour and one of the females play on the LPGA Tour. And so having these youth come out and experiencing instruction from these pros, and then they come out on site and watch the pros in action, and allows them to dream a little bit and get a vision of maybe where they want to go. And so we love looking at golf from the grassroots level and developing it all the way to the PGA Tour. So that's really what it's all about.
Got a lot of help. Skyway and Amarok Scaffolding are helping build the Skyway Suite and Birdie Bar platforms, and Nipley Industries is providing solar-powered hand-washing stations. How do these partnerships enhance both the player and fan experience?
Yeah, so we've got these tremendous Indigenous partners that have come to the table. The Skyway Suites and the Birdie Bar essentially replaced the clubhouse. As you know, there was a fire here and took out those facilities. So where I'm sitting right now is essentially the clubhouse, and it couldn't be in a better location overlooking the 18th green. Birdie Bar overlooks 9 and 18. And then, you have to think about, the hand washing stations, having solar powered hand washing stations from Nippy Industries is just allowing us to be able to keep everyone safe and just having that ease of coming in and out and essentially having these facilities on site as we have both the corporate guests and the public coming out to enjoy the event.
What about the Sky Suite, the premium options there?
Yeah, so we actually still have one suite available on Friday. Otherwise, we're pretty much sold out in our Sky Suite, and we're expecting to see some great golf coming up here on 18. We do have some space in our Birdie Bar, and it's a fun place to watch because you get to view from both 9 and 18. And what's exciting about that, too, is anytime there's a birdie here on 18, the players ring the bell. Oh, yeah. And Sleeman has some beer specials for the next 10 minutes till the next birdie. So a lot of fun.
You'll be ringing a lot.
We'll be ringing a lot, and ATB is donating $500 for every birdie to our tournament charity as well, for every birdie on 18.
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Darcy Enick, Tournament Director of this week's ATB Classic at Northern Bear. Youth on course is a big part of the tournament, giving kids 6 to 18 years old the chance to play golf for just $5. How does the ATB Classic help break down barriers for these young golfers, and how has the 50-50 been supporting this cause?
Yeah, we just think it's a great opportunity to give kids who may not have the opportunity to have access to play. And Northern Bear is one of those facilities that has been hosting to be able to play a course like that or others across Alberta. You think about $5, how far that can go. So we do have a 50-50. We launched it early. I think last I looked, we were just under $5,000. So coming into the event week, we're hoping to grow that and put a lot of kids with the opportunity to play golf and learn more about this great sport, and lots of great character building things, as we know, that come from playing golf.
What do you think the final score is going to be?
Oh, man. I don't know. I think the conditions with the weather being where it is, I think we're going to be, we're going to see some low numbers. Yeah. I mean, you look at Brett White as an example. He was 59 in the final round of Ottawa, and it was one of the biggest comebacks in tournament history. So I have a feeling that we might see one of those course records set this week, especially with firm conditions, and I'm hoping so anyway.
I'm going minus 18. How about you, Marie?
Wow. Yeah, I'll go. I'm going to go deeper.
Okay.
I'm going to say 20.
All right.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go just below you, Murray. I'm going to say 19.
All right.
We
So
got
we're
18, 19, 20.
all in the same ballpark for
Yeah.
sure. Parking is free, and there's a 2-minute shuttle to get there. Tim Hortons is on site with coffee and hot chocolate. How important is creating a comfortable and fan-friendly atmosphere for the event while they're watching some world-class golf?
Yeah. I don't think people realize how good the golf is and how close you can actually get to them here. Northern Bear has a lot of space out here, so you can follow behind any of the groups that you want. You can stay on the driving range and see them practice. And of course, coming up here to have both 9 and 18 holes coming up towards our suites. It's just a great viewing experience. We love Tim Hortons providing, the free coffee for everybody out here. And I think it's just a great fan experience to be able to see these players who you're going to see on the PGA Tour, and it's just a matter of time. And you get to see them here first, and see how golf is supposed to be played.
Yeah, you mentioned that fans have no idea, and they don't have any idea how good these guys are.
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure. And when you come out and see it, I mean, those that play in the Pro-Am see it up close, walking scores, they come back and say, wow, I knew they were good, but you could take our top 10 guys and put them on the PGA Tour today and you wouldn't notice any different.
No, they would blend right in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Same with the Corn Ferry. These guys are good. Real good.
So, Darcy, the ATB Classic under your leadership has grown tremendously over the years. What's next for the tournament, and what do you see happening with the tournament over the future to make sure that you're providing this opportunity for both the community and the golfers to have the opportunity to play?
Yeah, you know what? We have such tremendous support with ATB. They've been with this tour for years and have just extended their partnership. So we're going to continue to do the event and grow it. And we're going to be launching our new schedule. We anticipate next year is going to be in this same time slot in September. And we're looking forward to showing where we're going to be for the next 3 years and beyond here. So we're looking forward to continue to grow the sport and this great game.
If people want to get tickets, how can they do it?
Best place is you can just go on to atbclassic.com. You can purchase tickets in advance, or you can purchase walk-up tickets. And we have options for just an any-day pass, or if you want a weekend pass, or hardcore, you want to come all week. We've got some tournament passes that way as well. So we look forward to welcoming people out here and hoping it's a tremendous week.
Awesome. One last one for you. Our question of the week on the show is, what is your bucket list golf course you've never got to, but you need to before
time
at some point you got to get there?
Oh, well, you know what? Augusta would always be a number one on my list.
Yeah.
And it's but there's so many, honestly, to pick from. And it's a great question and some great answers that are coming forward.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today and coming on. I hope you have a great week and the weather holds and we see a lot of great golf out there.
Thank you. And thanks so much for your support and for having me on today.
Yeah, no problem at all, Darcy. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, Stalker, trivia.
Who was the Calgary golfer to finish as the low amateur at the CPKC Women's Canadian Open? Aphrodite Deng.
All right, and the winner of that was Joe Mayowski. I will reach out to you, Joe, as soon as I get back to the ranch here in a few minutes and let you know how you can collect your prize. And that wraps up show number 19 of the year. Next week will be the final show of the year. Our guest will be Robb Wilson, the owner and title sponsor of the show, VIP Golf. Golf Tips with Scott Stiles. Ali Deeb from CCT World of Golf joins us. Local tour player Will Bateman is, knock on wood, going to be joining us, and we'll go around YAG and check in with Sean Piercy from the ranch. Have a great week. One more week on the show, so be sure to tune in next week, 8 a.m. right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
Ready to level up your golf game? Come swing by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, where serious golf meets serious fun. With a championship-style course, pristine conditions, and above all, a fun, laid-back atmosphere, the Ranch is where every round feels like a getaway. Get top-notch service at unmatched value every time you play at the Ranch. Think you have what it takes to go low? Bring your A game and find out why the Ranch is the best value in golf. 25, 50, 100, and 200 round packs on sale. TheRanchGolf.com.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Do not miss the Ardent Roof Systems Charity Golf Tournament presented by Pioneer Golf Company, Canadian-made golf accessories. Friday, July 5th, the Ranch Golf and Country Club, one of Alberta's premier championship golf courses. For sponsorship info or to register, go to ardentroofsystems.com. Your round includes breakfast, the famous ranch steak dinner, a massive silent auction, and a chance to give back to an unbelievable cause. The Stollery Child Life Program, the Ardent Roof Systems annual charity golf tournament, one of the best tournaments of the summer.
I came in 2 under par.
I ended up in the pond again. Whether you're an old pro or just out for fun, Devon Golf is the course to hit, no matter how skilled you are. Just 30 minutes from Edmonton, Devon Golf boasts scenic valley views and incredible conditions. Golf 18 tree-lined holes along the North Saskatchewan River, or if you're just here for the post-game celebration, check out the Greens restaurant for a bite on their patio. Devon Golf, truly a hidden gem. To book your tee time, visit devongolf.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on 2 of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at VIPgolf.ca.
Grab your clubs and tee up for your best golf season yet. Hone your skills and improve your game at the Country Club Golf Tour Academy. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour offers the best lesson programs for every level of golfer. Take your skill set to a higher level and train with their simulators, launch monitors, and PGA of Canada's teaching professionals. You can train all year long at their 7 golf courses and indoor golf center. Sign up for lessons with the CCT Golf Academy today and countryclubtour.com.